Without further ado, we have 10 Years in Space Law. Spoiler, You Can't Own the Moon by Elsbeth Magilton.
This is so impossibly badass. My name is Elsbeth. I'm a lawyer, and I'm licensed right here in the state of Nebraska, but I'm not just any kind of lawyer. I'm a space lawyer, and I want all of you to know that that's a thing that a person can be. I am also the executive director of the Space, Cyber, and Telecommunications Law program here at the University of Nebraska College of Law. At dinner parties, I'm always asked what space law is, and for some reason, everybody always wants to know if they can own the moon. So, let's dive right in, shall we? A primary part of our program is to make space travel seem way less cool to students who come in really excited about space travel. We talk about rules, international relations, national security, regulatory authorities. As always, lawyers are a real laugh riot. But in seriousness, what we do really matters. Industry-supportive policies help fuel and protect an emerging commercial space industry. Our command of the international treaties and the laws of war make us a valuable resource to our colleagues at U.S. Strategic Command who make national security decisions about our space assets every day. And space law is more than just space travel. It's communications, satellites, spectrum management, space debris, and beyond. Have I convinced you it's a thing yet? It's also not new, right? This year marks the 50th anniversary of the most fundamental agreement in the field, the 1967 Outer Space Treaty. Sadly, my plea to extend my 5 minutes by several hours was rejected, and I cannot tell you everything I wish I could about this treaty. But from its Cold War origins to its peace-giving intent, it's a fascinating topic. To me, anyway. One of the most fundamental notions in this treaty is that no one may appropriate space or any celestial body. The idea that no one country, and by extension its citizens, may own space is canon. This means that we flew to the moon first, we put our flag on the moon first, but we don't own the moon, we did not claim it. We own the flag, if it's any consolation, but not the moon, and our citizens can't either. There's a man in California who claims to own the moon, and he's selling parcels. And if you bought one, I'm really very, very sorry. The county clerk in California gladly took his claim fee, but unfortunately did so in violation of international law. I've also heard he's now selling Mars. Trust me, if you could buy Mars, Elon Musk would have been first in line, and my alumni at SpaceX would have handled the transaction. And yes, I just name-dropped SpaceX. And I'm not even sorry, because it brings me to my next point. We have alumni across the world to across the street. Due to trademark complications, I can't display the logos and emblems of all of the agencies and companies represented, but it spans from NASA to the United Nations to the Department of Defense to the commercial sector. And they all started right here in Lincoln, Nebraska, which makes sense as we're well known for all of our coastal spaceports. I'm kidding, obviously, but really it does make sense, right? Our program is the first of its kind, combining space, cyber, and telecommunications policy, which we believe are intrinsically linked in the deployment of successful policy and law. Almost 10 years ago, in 2008, a dedicated faculty member with the necessary international law and space expertise and university administrators agreed. With support from our friendly neighborhood Air Force Base, Offutt, home to U.S. Strategic Command just up the way in Omaha, the Nebraska State Legislature, and with support from NASA, our program was launched. I have been the executive director of this program for 5 years. I am deeply passionate about space, my position, and serving our students and our research partnerships. But you may wonder why. Why does someone who's passionate about space go to law school, right? Space equals science. Well, I'll tell you, astrophysics is super hard. But as our students learn, law school's actually not much of a cakewalk either. The truth is, policy is our passion. Our work is called upon by Congress, the Department of Defense, and private companies to ensure that the American space and satellite industry grows, our citizens are protected, and our space operations serve our goals and the needs of our allies. I also come from Nebraska. I'm a Lincolnite by birth. This community supports innovation, it supports critical thinking, it supports international endeavors and good old-fashioned American grit. It supports my students, and it supports my team. The University of Nebraska is a land-grant institution. In my mind, that means that I work for all of you. And that's really why I'm up here tonight. I want you to know how this small program in the middle of the country is one of the most influential research and training programs in the world. I want you to know that we are working tirelessly to support student research and empower humankind. Simply put, we believe in empowering explorers. We have a passion for supporting innovation through thoughtful policies, legal analysis, and interdisciplinary collaborations. We believe that our work keeps humanity safe, keeps us communicating, and it keeps us looking up and wondering. I believe that space is the future of law because I believe that space is the future of humankind. Thank you.